In this video demonstration, we're going to show you a Quantum Edge iLevel power chair, so stay tuned. This is a Quantum Edge 3 power chair by Quantum, which is also by Pride Mobility. This is a mid-wheel drive chair that's going to have 3 electrical seat functions on this particular chair. Now, some chairs will have more, some will have less. This one has the seat lift, the electric tilt, and the electric legs. So what this one is missing is electric recline. So this unit will just have those 3 functions if you're looking at this particular unit, but the price will also be reflective based on not having the recline actuator in the back. So whoever this was did not want to pay for the recline and does not have recline. Once again, it's 300-pound weight capacity. Unit goes about 6 miles an hour and has a range of 12 to 15 miles on a full charge. But these type of complex rehab chairs are typically made for somebody inside their house that needs to spend most of the time of the day in their chair, and then also if they want to be able to tilt back and then obviously alleviate pressure off their lower half, which we'll show you here in a minute. But to go over the base on this unit, you do have 6 wheels. You have 2 large drive tires directly in the middle, which makes this a mid-wheel drive chair. They're 14-inch solid drive tires, and then you have 6-inch caster wheels in the front and the rear. Now, a mid-wheel drive chair is going to turn in the smallest turning radius out of the different drive configurations. So if you are using something for inside, definitely mid-wheel drive is the particular type of unit that you're going to want to go with. This unit here has 8 miles of total drive distance, so it's nice on these chairs with the Quantum or with the Q-Logic 3 electronics. We can actually tell, like an odometer, like in a car, exactly how far it's been driven. So 8 miles is very, very minimal use. That would probably be used a couple times, and then the end user was not able to use this unit. So on this particular unit here, you also have 2 motors. You have a motor on both sides, but if you look down here at the base of the chair, you're going to have a yellow tab. Now this yellow tab, if you were to push that down into the unlocked position, that's freewheel, then you're able to roll the unit around. If you turn the power off on the joystick, you'll have less resistance on the motor and it will roll more freely. But these always have to be in the up position and the locked position so that you can actually engage the electromagnetic brakes and drive the unit. All the units do come with a seat belt. And they actually do have 4 points of tie down, 4 points of contact for transit tie downs. You have 2 on this side and you have 2 on the other side. So I did mention earlier that it's going to have those 3 electrical seat functions. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you those functions now. Now you can do everything through the joystick. We do have other videos on YouTube that show you all the Q-Logic 3 electronics and how to do everything and navigate it. So if you do want to look at that, look at our other videos and you'll be able to learn everything about the electronics on these chairs. This one also has what they would call their switch box right behind the joystick. And on this, I can actually control the functions as well if I want to do that. So here I'm going to hold down the button that looks like just the bottom of the seat is lit up, and then the seat should begin to rise. It's going to have a 12-inch rise. It's a scissor lift. So it does go up relatively fast and it's very stable. Now on your joystick, you are going to see a green circle and it'll have an eye in it as you begin to elevate. If that circle is ever red for any reason, it means you're not in a normal seated position. Maybe you're too far tilted. If you had recline, then it means you're too far reclined. But if you ever see a red X on the top or a red circle, that means you got to be more in an upright seated position, and then it should switch back to a green circle and then allow you to drive the unit. Now you are able to actually drive this unit at a relative, I think it's 2-3 miles an hour when you're elevated as well, and we'll check that outside later on at the end of this video. But this is what your 12-inch electric seat lift would look like. On the top of this, from the pan, which is what the cushion sits on, is about 29.5 inches from the top of the pan to the ground. Now this has a 4-inch Roho cushion currently on this, so you're at about 33.5 inches from the top of the cushion to the ground. This unit also has leg lateral pads over here as well. These are removable, but what this does is that helps keep people's knees from swinging out. If somebody's knees tend to swing out, what's going to happen is their foot's going to roll over and pull off the foot plate. So these leg lateral pads are a great addition to have on a unit as well if somebody doesn't have control of their lower half of their body. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring the seat lift down. And while I bring it down, I'm going to go ahead and then actually on the switch box back here, I think you can only do with this switch box 1 function at a time. I'll try to do 2. Nope, you can actually do 2 at a time. So I'm going to actually bring the legs up while the seat lift is going down. So the legs are obviously to stretch your legs out to get in a more comfortable position. But if you use the leg combination with the tilt combination I'm going to show you here in a second, you can actually get your feet above your heart. So I'm going to go over the tilt function. This is probably the most medically necessary function on a chair. The tilt function is basically somebody coming behind you and pulling you backwards. And what that's going to do is it's going to take pressure off your lower half. And what that's going to allow is that's going to allow blood flow to increase to your lower half of your body. So it's going to help alleviate pressure sores. And it's going to put that pressure onto your back. Now this particular unit, how it's configured is 427 pounds. So we do get a lot of times people ask us, what does this chair weigh? If you're trying to transport this chair, the only way you're going to transport this is one, with a large SUV or a pickup truck that's got a strong hitch, and we do sell a lift called a Harmar 580 HDX. That will work on this unit, or you're going to have like a side entry ramp type van, like on a maneuverability type mobility van. So this is what your electric tilt would look like. You can see how your feet would be way above your heart, so that would also help with some circulation for some individuals that do need that. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring the tilt down and I'm going to bring the legs back in. This particular unit has this like Patriot type colors on it. It's very nice, very patriotic. These chairs have fantastic suspension as well. So on these units here, you have a shock in the back and you have two shocks in the front. Quantum actually went with motocross and designed these shocks specifically to have a fantastic ride. Do remember, these chairs are adjustable, so if the seat size is not exactly what you need, we can adjust it. Now this is a contoured back, this is a custom back, probably a matrix type back. The back overall width is about 17 inches. The seat on this unit currently measures 18 wide by about 19 deep. So this is set up for somebody probably 5'10 to 5'8 to 5'10, you know, 150 to 190 pounds is probably how this is currently set up. There is a cup holder on the other arm, but like I said, there's many adjustments on here, which we also have YouTube videos on that will show how you can really expand this up to a 20-inch wide seat to fit somebody up to close to 300 pounds as well, or we can make it smaller if somebody's a real petite type person. I'm going to turn the chair around so you can see the front of it. So this one actually has pretty large foot plates. There's different foot plates that you can get on the unit as well. These are actually spaced apart as well. So there's a lot of customization that we can do on these chairs, but the foot plates each do flip up individually as well. And you have these nice large calf pads back here. Now this joystick here does have a type of swing away on it. The joystick actually needs to be brought out just a hair more. And then I could show you, you could swing the joystick away to the side if this was a little bit farther out. So you'd be able to swing the joystick away like this. There's different types of swing away. So this one, what this is doing is just allowing you to pull up close to a table, and then you push the joystick back, and then it goes back to the straight position. So this is the Quantum Edge 3 with electric tilt, electric seat lift, and electric legs. And follow us outside, we're going to do a short driving demonstration. Here is the Quantum Edge 3. Unit tops out at a little over 6 miles an hour. Now I have this particular unit tilted back a little bit and the foot plate raised up, only because it's sitting a little low to the ground. It was probably set up for a taller person. So I just didn't want to scrape the ground when we kind of go in the grass or we go over different terrains. Now you can have your legs tucked in a lot more than this, but you can see on this unit here the really tight turning radius. It's got a really small turning radius, especially if my feet were tucked in another 3 or 4 inches. It does not take a ton of space for the overall size of the unit. It's typically about 42 to 44 inches in length, depending on what foot plates you go with on this unit. And I did mention earlier in the video too that I would actually raise the seat up as well and kind of give you what the speed would be when the seat is raised. So let me go ahead and do that now. Do remember I'm a 6 foot tall, 220 pound individual, so you can kind of give you a reference of what I look like sitting in this particular unit. And this back is actually very comfortable. I would say maybe I'm a hair too tall at 6 foot tall for this back. Now the headrest is adjustable, so more 5'8 to 5'10 would probably be the better height for this particular back and how it's configured. Now sometimes we can raise the back up as well, but these contour seat back is actually pretty nice. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn this around and see just what it is full speed. I want to say it's close to 2 miles an hour, or actually 3, even faster. I got to 4.5, so let me see what I can get this up to when the seat is all the way up. We're at 4.6 miles an hour. It's kind of what I hit on top end speed. So now I do want to show you some stability as well, even when you're raised up. So if you want to watch, I'm going to go in the grass, even in the raised position, and you'll see it doesn't have any problem. going all the way up, but I know this ground is pretty flat, pretty compact. This unit has plenty of power, so there's no issue driving around on compact surfaces, even if it's not on a hard top surface. But do remember, if you are all the way down and you're going down like right here, there's a little bit of suppression. You want to make sure your feet are high enough up so that you're not going to scrape the ground. So this is the Quantum Edge 3 by Pride Mobility. It has 8 miles on it. It's got electric tilt, electric seat lift, and electric legs. So if you have any questions, give us a call.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.